All right. Welcome in, everybody. Still trying to figure out this ad management business. Trying to eliminate the pre-roll ads. It's only my second stream as an affiliate, so. At any rate, tonight I am going to be doing I guess no real plans. Just go to a local Haz Rez and I need to check the mission board though to see if there are any massacre type missions. Those are kind of fun. I'm also excited. Hang on. I've mentioned several times that my son had an X52. Actually, an X56 that I've acquired from him. But I'm going to have to make some desk space. It's a little bit bigger. At any rate, find the mouse. Also, I have a third monitor that's not connected yet, and that'll help a whole lot with so many things going on for an I was just going to say an elite grandpa like me. Welcome in, Cal. How are you this evening? And I've been reading up on how to set up these viewer reward things, you know. Elder Scrolls Online. Well, I spent a lot of time sitting on my porch looking at my really tall grass. It's been so hot, but a neighbor borrowed my John Deere riding lawnmower, and I told him there were two conditions. You know, if you break it, you fix it and bring it back with gas. Well, evidently one of the pulleys seized up or something, so he kept it for like 2 weeks, and my grass is like growing terribly. So I'm gonna have to get up early in the morning and try to cut some grass before it gets super hot. As I was saying, you know, you might have heard me say before that my son had an X52, but it was really an X56 that I bought it from him. So I just got to get it going and calibrated and stuff and see how it works out. Took me forever to relearn all the buttons though. I've only watched Elder Scrolls Online only a couple of times. It looks like it might be fun. It's fun to watch. I don't know about fun to play. Oh. And Sweet Star is deaf, so I have to type to her. But that's the only complaint I got about the X56 is the throttle is so stiff. But I Googled it, and if you move it back and forth a whole bunch of times, it loosens up. It doesn't stay that way, but at least it's usable. Oh, before I forget. Professional streamer here. That's kind of like ganking, I guess. I watched Tony last night on Kick, he asked about how you were doing and stuff on Twitch. So told him all the big time streamers were still doing, you know, pretty normal, I guess. I don't know. Combat. I'm planning on just going to a Haz Rez, but you know, me either. I haven't streamed since my last stream there. I just didn't have a whole lot of motivation. What's this? We're at level 3. That might be fun though. Where are they at on the conflict zones? I really try to, like, yeah, there we go. Find something, another system if I'm going to do those. Man, it's going back and forth, back and forth between the typing in chat and everything else. It's confusing. I'll be glad when I get my third monitor set up though. I'll put OBS over there because I don't usually do a lot with it unless I'm just changing scenes or something. And I don't change scenes that often. Let's see what we can find here. I don't really see anything really exciting in this system. Alright, appreciate it. Thanks for swinging through. Have a good evening. Yeah, I'll just head over to the Haz Rez first. Everybody forgive me though, I'm new at this affiliate stuff and I have not got everything set up to take advantage of viewer rewards. You know, you purchase things from the points you get from time spent watching a stream. I think a couple of things are set up, but I don't have any custom things set up like see people do redeeming points for like telling someone to set up straight or drink, you know. But I'll get it figured out. If anybody wants to wing up, more than happy to either go into open or invite you into my private group that I'm currently playing in.
You have the all clear? Watch your 6, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Go kill some pirates. That's one of my favorite things to do is wing up with people. Alright, let's see. I didn't honk the system yet, so maybe it may not show me anything yet. We can sure hear this trigger go. Here's one. Nice and close. Yes, I'm using Super Cruise Assist and I auto dock on my big ship, so don't judge me. So I'm not on. I've got it enabled, but I'm not using it because I don't. Super Cruise Assist often brings you in on the ring kind of shallow. They come in from the more toward the top. So while I'm waiting for that, in case we need it. Good drop. What we got here? First raining anaconda. Not yet. Way over here. Oh, thank you, Marcus. It's a Diamondback Scout. I'm working. I'm seeing you, dude. Fun, fun. Thunder outside. That's unexpected. Okay, just someone starting a motorcycle or something. Man, the neighbor set off some huge firework earlier out about in the country. It was loud. Professional player here. Oh, I would have swore I fixed the weapons. Swore it. When first dropped out of Super Cruise. Where'd everybody else go that was here a minute ago? There's a... I think I've ever seen a wanted kill back that wasn't a person. Bird Lance, where's that at? Had a lot of fun the other day doing massacre type missions. So that was a lot of fun. Winged up the Sir Rogue, I believe it was. How bright that ship is. Him. Yeah, I wasn't gonna stream, but
Target destroyed.
who's next? Not much. I got those materials though. Head back over toward the center a little bit. We probably got a little ways away. It's a fight way over there. I don't know if I get there in time. But who knows? What you got?
Target cargo dropped.
Flipper. Oh, he's elite though. As long as he's wanted. Okay. Need him from a combat rank. I hate fighting in the rocks though. Side of the rock is the one. Hi dude. Come on. Now we got his attention. How did my key change binding? I don't have a key for zoom, but evidently I do now. Check that chat button. Where's a conda? Alright, you gotta die, guys. Sorry. Oh, get up, dude. Your turn to come in a second. Anaconda must moral imperative. He's in the way. Watson, that's 2 anacondas. 3 anacondas. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be. I need a button that plays a message that says at this time he knew he effed up. Three anacondas in a wing. Wow. Close. Wait for my shield to come back a little bit too. No, you're not leaving, dude. You're gonna come fight, right? You're in the wing. Come on. Come on. Target this power plant. Buddies don't seem to be helping at all. Hi.
Target destroyed.
What happened to his other buddy? So much for wingmates. Still sounds like thunder outside. I was going to stream the other day, but a bunch of thunderstorms rolled through and the power kept flickering and going on and off and stuff. Only went off for like, I mean, it only stay off for like a second or so, but enough to mess up everything. Anaconda. Go away, come on, come fight. Bring your buddy too.
Target destroyed.
Ooh, I got 2 more guys on me.
Friction charge detected. Temperature
Run, run, run. Oh, man. Hey, Max. Sorry I didn't... Might have taken me a moment to notice you in there. How you doing tonight? Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it. I would have swore there were 3 anacondas in that wing, though. Good. And I hate to say it, the ad manager is telling me an ad is coming up in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I hate that. I tried to eliminate the pre-roll ads, and you can see I'm going to have to tweak this a little bit. Oh, is it hot where you are at, Max? Because it has been hot here, and the rest of the week, every day is getting hotter and hotter. It's supposed to be almost 100 degrees. End of the week. We got grass to cut. It's annoying. Who's this python? Hey, wait. Who's the awesome neighbor? Gotta go see what a name like that, who that belongs to. Yeah, it was 93 or something here. And I live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and of course it's super humid. No, my grass is about 2 feet tall almost. I have a riding lawnmower, but I loaned it to a nephew who lives down the street. And I told him that if they borrow it, you know, 2 conditions: you break it, you fix it, and bring it back with gas. And one of the pulleys messed up, so he had to replace the pulley. So it took him a while to get it, or some excuse. But my grass is very high. So. Ad is about to start. I'll let him come to me. Oops. I'll call him meet a rock here is what I'm going to do. He told me I fight a good fight. Well, for that, it's an NPC.
Target destroyed.
All right. Oh, Max. We've had a lot of rain where I live. Yeah, it says ad is in progress. I don't guess you can hear me. I don't know. Can you hear me during an ad? I don't know. Don't interrupt. Now, as I was saying during the ad, I guess you can't hear me during the ad. I was saying that it rained many inches here. One week, a couple of weeks ago, it rained for like 3 straight days. And we'll probably get more rain tomorrow night forecast, so we'll see. toasted. Die.
Target destroyed.
Oh. I know there's some rain showers 2 counties west of us here. I don't think it'll make it here tonight. What is that?
Frameshift charge.
I'm running. Whoever it is. I keep hearing noises that I think are thunder, though, which is not unusual if you're in the area, but excuse me. Like I was saying earlier, I was going to stream a couple of days ago, but thunderstorms just kept rolling through. Are you elite, but are you wanted? Yes! Thank gosh. Trying to get my combat rank up. I don't know if killing an aspects though counts, but we'll find out. Not hit the rocks. Let's take it. Far away from those lasers. Reminds me, I need to check key bindings and see what happens to my sparkle button. Oh, we're gonna save it, dude. About 80% through dangerous. It's taken forever for that line to move from the bottom of that R to where it is now. Well, you know, I don't do as much fighting as you do, Cal. I still want to know how I made Elite 2 in trade. I don't even remember when I made Elite in trade. Am I doing things? Put those pips back together. Be a noob.
Target shields up.
I don't multitask too well.
Front assist. Target destroyed.
had that one tritium CG one. Oh, yeah, yeah, I made Elite 2. I'm like, I have no idea. And I understand it. I'm not that far from making Elite 2 in exploration. I don't know. This rock is right there. I'm targeting. At first, I thought it was a python from its shape. Okay. On board. Where are you? Half of them make them come to me, so I don't have to chase them. NPCs are so predictable like that. Not as much as this temperature is. Oh, I hate to run all the way over there and nothing. Fight will be over before I get there. Where's that python at? Python might be more fun. It's a miner. Yeah. Oh well. Get above these rocks a little bit. I hate being in the rocks in this big ship. Man, I see you guys fighting in the rocks. That is so cool how y'all fly around those things. When I grow up, maybe I'll be able to do that. Bring your buddy. Ooh, anaconda. Where are you? On the other side of that rock. Not a bad bounty. Trying to figure out how long I've been streaming. Okay, 49 minutes. Another fight. Anybody wants to wing up and build clubbing, it's all fun. Materials. Viper. Fast thing.
Target shields online. Friendship charge detected.
Time for some new blood to come in. Instant food. Nickel processors. Come on, repopulate the instance for me. Just looking at the materials. Well, another Viper. Do people do mining in Vipers?
Scan detected.
Oh, there we go. Make sure none of them are anacondas. Okay. It doesn't matter.
Target destroyed.
Who else was that? Might have been nobody. He just disappeared. He ran away. All right. Back on the other side of the rocks. And, anything exciting hanging out over there.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Nothing. Eagle. Where? Probably on the other side of the room. Oh, he's right there. Figures. Well, that gives me plenty of time to take a sip of my not so hot coffee now. JP. That's why I saw while he disappeared.
Scan detected.
Right. Another Diamondback scout. One little shot, so gotta go sparkling.
Under attack.
Boring.
Target destroyed.
Argent. I like it when they just say, "Hey, I'm a pirate."
Scan
Oh, wait,
detected.
your lead though. Come out and play.
Under attack.
Jamming speed. Try to very slow clipper. I want to know why the button this is my chat button. Why is, how to get the key bindings get changed on it?
Scan detected. Target destroyed.
Wow. Wait, a ship dip. I want to look at my settings a moment here. Figure out what happened to my key binding. I don't know what that's under. Miscellaneous. Jeff launcher. There's nothing bound to it now. What's up with that? Huh. What else has been changed? Right. Now I can sparkle back. And sadly, another ad is coming up in just under 3 minutes.
Target shields offline.
Here's that weird name I was going to look for a while ago. I'm distracted by something.
Scan detected.
See, every time I try to go after this, what kind of ship are you in?
Scan detected.
Now I gotta look and see. Different drop ship. Saving Star Wars. Stay on target. Come back, don't run away. Come back and find.
Under attack.
that dropship. Up real close. Hi there. How are you? How you doing? Skip shield day, did you? Oh, now it's a gunship. Filled up. Oh. Oh my God, a federal gunship mining? Guess it could happen. Running.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Big rock. Okay. Any condas yet? Oh, what's over there? D-wing. Exploder. Target that I wanted, but it's already another fight going on. That fight comes there, so. That's not the fight that I was looking for. I do what? Nice clean. Time for some big shit to drop in. More fights over there. How much money do I have? I might go turn in and check the mission board again and try to find a try to find a massacre mission or something. Other than spending, the time traveling between the threat areas, it's more exciting up against 5 or 6 or 7 ships.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Handy that Northrop port is so close. Yeah, shifts go boom. I'm gonna go turn in and said I'm gonna do a tactical recon route. Dang it. Did I make it? Yeah. But I'm gonna check the mission board and see if there's some massacre type or go kill 25 pirates or something.
Docking request and a landing pad will be reserved for you, Commander.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad 3-2. Automated docking confirmed.
Got my other glasses on that aren't bent. These are made for when I was working. The other ones are like bifocal type things. These are just fixed, but they're made for the distance of a monitor. looks a lot better.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing completed. Disembark when ready.
What needs repairing? Whatever, it's not much. Saw some sort of wild smart glasses recently that apparently can change focus with your eyes to eliminate the need for bifocals. My other glasses aren't truly bifocals. They're there's no line or anything. It's just you tilt your head back to look up close, or whatever you know, up close here and far away is there. I don't know what they call it. Used to know, but I'm old now. I forget. Oh. I remember when I made $7 million and I was excited. Not for the money, it's for the fun and the combat rank. Hey Cal, how many ships do you face in like a threat level 8 on these missions, you know? Oh, I understand. I understand, you know, and like lots. Okay. Well, I was just wondering because, you know, you see things like this and it says threat level 8 and I'm like going, 90 ships. I don't know. I think I'll stay away from that. That sounds, to me, it sounds like more of a, should be a wing mission or something. But yeah, I've avoided them, so I think that the highest I've done is like a threat level 5. "45 pirates." I don't know. That might take more time than I'm willing to do for the stream. I just hate searching in conflict zones for things. Anything in 317 is going to be in a conflict zone. And I see that little red line there, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that could be fun. It's not worth anything, but we'll kill one guy, huh? Oh, I understand, and I do understand. In fact, I think the threat level 5 that yeah. Most of the time we were doing 3s, but I think I was with a guy one time when we did a 5. It was exciting, but it was not too bad. 48. That's too much time. This is a bust. Oh, I don't, yeah. Could have just mastered them all. I don't doubt it. I tell you, that last round of engineering I did on this ship to get everything engineered to grade 5 and stuff. Except, I need to check, let me check that. I might need to spend some time gathering some materials. I think a couple of the hull modules I have not fully upgraded yet. But it made a big difference in how would I say, not just survivability, but you know, things just lasted longer and worked better. The shield stayed up longer. Next grade. Now this is not even engineered. That's something I need to look into. Yeah, so this is one of the hull reinforcement packages that's not engineered all the way, and it's like none of my that was only grade 4. Looks like none of my module reinforcement things are engineered at all, so that's an oversight, and that one's grade 4. I have 3 hulls that aren't fully done yet, so that'll help a little bit. Also, can you G5 shield boosters? Why is that a 0B instead of a 0A? What am I doing? I guess you can, because that one's done. Yeah, it still needs some work. I can see that. I need to do the same thing though on some of my other ships. Sure, there's a lot of materials though. Well, what am I gonna do? I could hop over to LP906 and check their mission board over there. They might have something more exciting. That's better than just sitting here going, wonder what I'm gonna do. 90811. Yeah, let's go there. Before we do that, let's see what's there. I know I've been there before. Yeah. Yep, I've been there before. And there's a ring there, so let's go there and check it out. Maybe there'll be more excitement. I'm gonna keep going for another 30 minutes or so. Another ad coming up in 9 minutes and 50 seconds. During that ad time, I might take a bio break. That's probably a good thing for ads, but. I'm just reading the options on this ad manager thing. It's giving me an option to go ahead and run the ad now or something. I guess that's kind of convenient if you're in the middle of something. If I got 30 minutes or so of stream time left, any massacre type mission that I might want to do that's a low threat level, probably going to be at least 24 ships.
Pads attached complete. Go for departure.
Since there's rings there's probably Haz Rez there too. So. And I'll stop in at the nav beacon on the way. See what's hanging out there. And I've never even used a, what is it called? The SCBs or whatever, you mean the shield charge boosters?
Frameshift drive charging.
You have exceeded the station exclusion zone. Watch your 6, Commander.
Yeah, coffee's cold. Well, I'm gonna have to get one and play with it. You have to hit a button or something to utilize that, right? To time it just right and everything. Let's find the illustrious nav beacon.
Complete.
Right, I understand that you threw off a bunch of heat, yeah. From what I've seen with some PvPers and from the discussion going on during the live, stuff, you can have, some people have, several of those things. What we got here? Do those go in the optional or utility?
Scan detected.
I'd hate to give up some of these slots.
Scan detected.
Novice and crate then. Look, nav beacon's not going to be very exciting. But while I'm here, I'm actually going to scan the nav beacon. Oh, that's nice. 8, class 8. Yeah, well, what do you lose if you had, you know, like hull reinforcements and all that other stuff there? How much strength do you lose, you know, by giving up those slots compared to what you could have been in there? If that makes sense. All right, let's download it. Let's go ahead and find that station. I have armor. What value out of it would you be reading on here to equate that to what you said? This says like armor health 5200. Shield health is kind of pitiful though. Find this station over here.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's because you know things. I try things and listen to other people and try to see what helps. It's coming along. It's not an invulnerable ship, that's for sure, but it's a lot better than it was. Now, if I could just learn to use fixed weapons, hopefully when I get my new joystick set up and working sensitivity and everything set, I can have a little bit better aim control for fixed weapons. It is such a pain with this joystick. It's not a bad joystick, you know, this thrust, you know, how does thrust X? It's not a bad joystick, especially for primes, you know, but we'll see. And my son parted with it for a very good price. And there's an ad getting ready to start. One thing bad with my setup with this ad manager in front of OBS is there's a very good chance that I would miss follower alert or anything.
Flight assist off. Flight assist off.
Why did that?
Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad 09er.
And I think I noticed also, I used to have an audio alert that I could hear, but I'm not sure that's working. If it is I know it's not working on the stream audio, so I'll have to look into that. it turns out that there's nothing doable, I might just go ahead and end here pretty quickly. Just call it a night. Might try again tomorrow sometime. If I survive cutting some grass in that heat. Man, it's so hot tomorrow.
Contact. Power down system.
07 Bristol Boy Gaming. I see you to swing by and say hi. Wow, look at that. I'm not going to do this, but I got to see what's worth $50 million. At level 8. Oh, they don't tell you anything, huh? Good. Good. I don't know what to say. I mean, I have not accomplished a whole lot today, but I'm doing good. You're going to be streaming later? You were on earlier today, weren't you? Ship went boom. That's always an accomplishment. That's back at it's different though. It doesn't say to look in the conflict zones. That's still threat level 6. Huh. Just trying to find something to do that, you know, involves lasers and ships. Or something that's not going to take more than 20 minutes or so. I'm not seeing anything here. Now I know there's a ring planet here, so let's go see if there's a Haz Rez or something. Yeah, but Cal, if you're still there, I need to figure out, you know how people will set up,
Docking clamps retracted. Depart when
you can
ready.
redeem channel points for like telling people to take a drink or something. I need to figure out how to do that. Now I know how to do that type of stuff within the Stream Elements thing in the chat portion of it, but that doesn't redeem channel points. All right, well, sometime let me research it a little bit, because if I figure it out myself, I'll remember it a lot better. But if I have trouble, I'll message you, and maybe we can get on Discord or something, and you can help me with it. Maybe if I don't know, I'll figure out something. I appreciate the help, though. I do indeed. What am I doing here? Oh. Let's pop up Super Cruise first. Whatever I do, I assume that's within the the Twitch subsystem and not an external subsystem, because I don't want to screw up. I don't want commands to be messed up on YouTube and Kick. Hey, Techno Freak, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. How you doing? I was watching you, your Star Citizen stuff. Was it last night? You were doing some of that stuff really late. Well, fairly late. You and some friends are playing. It's pretty cool. Ooh, wait a minute. What if... Be some fun at some of these places. Hi, hello. I'm looking for Haz Rez. Dude, you will not see me on Kick on Star Citizen until I play it some. The last thing I want to do is stream something when, you know, I'm like going, how do I walk? You know. Oh. I have not even done so many things within Odyssey that involves, you know, walking around and doing stuff. I don't even know how to make the loots and all that other stuff, or activate the little paddle wheel thing. Oh, okay. It's a deal. I'll put it on the list of everything else that I have to do. I did not see a Haz Rez listed. All I saw was high and lows and stuff. That's disappointing. Any of these, okay. I'm just trying to... Let's go see what's here, because I don't think I've ever done that before. I've been to convoy dispersal things and stuff before, but I don't know what the threat would be, though. Well, that's excellent. It'll be my luck that my computer would just bog down, because all I've done is bring it up to the menu and stuff like that. I haven't tried to run the game. And I haven't brought it up in several days. So there's probably some type of update waiting. I don't know. Someone said that he was rattling off numbers and said one of them had problems, but then the latest version did not have the problems. So with CPU or graphics utilization or something. But I still got to figure out some of this new Twitch affiliate stuff before I move on to that. Then I guess in OBS I'm going to have to create a new profile just for YouTube and Kick. Since I can't stream to them now, I can't restream or multi-stream to either one of them while I'm streaming to Twitch. So I did, however, discover how to export your VOD to YouTube. You schedule it for like 24 hours later or something. So that's pretty neat. It's fast too. It's much faster than me uploading it. I don't disagree with you, you know, but it is what it is, you know, and you just I'm glad that there's some alternatives now, though, to it. And the number of Tony said that there was like 10 million signups or something on Kick now. That's pretty decent. I don't know where he gets the numbers from, but he was spouting numbers off. Same guy that was spouting numbers off about the Star Citizen version problems. Yeah, well, not such a big deal to me about YouTube, because I mainly only stream to YouTube to get a copy of my stream, so I didn't have to manually, copy it or do any work. It's just there. Let's see what do we got here that's a threat. I don't see anything that's a threat. Why has it got a threat level here? Oh well. Well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to take my ship back to the barn. I'm getting ready to call it a night, because I'm old, and I'm sure there's some awesome content creator on that I can go watch. That's just weird. I don't know why it. Thanks for the reminder there, Al. Appreciate it. Settle. I was going to remember to do that, though. So, why don't I go ahead and do that? Because there's no reason for you guys to sit there and watch me just travel back to a Shinrada, is there? Because I'm in private groups, so people aren't going to try to gank me. So let's DSS_Lev, yeah. So I'm gonna raid them, and the good thing is you don't have to watch this upcoming ad. So. Thanks to everybody for swinging by and coming in and saying hi and helping out. And if you're on Kick later, Technofreak, I'll announce my presence. If it's not too late. Usually with frog cannons. All right, gentlemen, everybody, commanders, thanks for coming by. I might be on again tomorrow. I'm trying to find some people to maybe wing up with. To me, that's a lot more fun. But for that, oh, I can't type. All right, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys, and see y'all next time. Thanks for coming in.